belief in an immortal, individual soul. In Hinduism, souls are known as Atman. Actions of the soul while in a body have effects on that soul's next life. When you die, your soul moves to another new body. This is called transmigration. The kind of body the soul inhabits next is determined by karma. 3. Belief in karma. Karma is action, usually good or bad actions that affect society. For Hindus, karmic actions in the past affect us today, and our actions today affect our soul's future. 4. Belief in moksha. The goal in Hindu
The caste system fell into place only 2000 years later, around 100 CE. It has to be explained as a political development rather than a religious or a scriptural development. And if you say it has to be understood as a political development, then you need to know what happened around that time in terms of empires, politics, ideologies, what changed. But it is reasonable to say, I think, there was a conflict between two ideologies within the idea community. One which was more, to use current day terminology, liberal and had no problems with mixing with people or in the way language is used. And the other that was more conservative, again to use a modern terminology, and had strong views about mixing and wanted language to be used very conservatively. So I think in the contest between these two different approaches to how society ought to be organized, one of them prevailed around 100 CE. If you take a single village in India, the genetic difference within that village is 2 to 3 times higher than the genetic difference between North Europeans and South Europeans. So this is what caste system has done. It has increased because it has divided society. And if you want to see the original Tukde gang, you have to go back around 2000 years ago.
Brahmanical patriarchy.
Wait. No, not this.
Is it something to do with Hinduism or caste?
What is Brahmanical patriarchy? Take these two words separately. Brahmanical and patriarchy. One means a need to maintain caste purity in society. The other, a need to control women. Combine these two and you get a basic understanding of the term. According to a 1993 essay by Uma Chakravarti, B.R. Ambedkar proposed that Brahmanical patriarchy can be smashed is intercaste marriage. Yes, a woman's freedom to marry outside her caste ends the power wielded by upper castes to oppress and further maintain the caste system.
So this is why most caste-based violence we hear about is about intercaste marriages, right? When a Dalit man marries an upper caste girl?
Exactly. That's Brahmanical patriarchy for you. So if you now see boycott Twitter calls or just general outrage, pause. Explain to them what Brahmanical patriarchy means. It's not just an academic term. It's all around us. And maybe it's time we do need to smash it.
Krishna examines like a psychologist. And he gives reasons for them. He says, such a hatred for the Atman residing in other bodies, Mamatma Parategeshu, the Atman residing in other bodies. Why a person develops hatred for that is because of Ahankara, ego, extreme ego, Balam, strength, because I have the power, I have the strength, Darpam, because I am vain, I am conceited. Then Krodham, vengeance, Kamam, lust. You take any Indian village where there is a dominant caste and where there is a marginalized caste. The relation between these two jatis, when it becomes negative, if a social psychologist is to go there and really study the phenomenon, then he or she would come to the decision that the reason for such abusive relationships between communities is not because one community belongs to the Aryan and another community belongs to the Dravidian, but it is because of these 5 psychological reasons. So, if we use actual
இவ்விவாகம் முடிந்தால் அவளது பெற்றோர் அவமானத்தை சந்திப்பார்கள். அவர்கள் நிலை அதை பற்றி சிந்தித்தீர்களா? அவர்களை அனைவரும் எள்ளி நகையாடுவார்கள், வாழ வழியின்றி தவிப்பது.
ஆனால் நான் மாறாக யோசிக்கின்றேன். தன் வாரிசுக்கு கிட்டிய ஆனந்தம் கண்டு பெற்றோரின் மனமானது என்றும் வேதனையுறாது, மாறாக மகிழ்ச்சியில் திளைப்பார்கள். மகளுடைய ஆனந்தமான வாழ்வினால் அவர்களுடைய தலை கவிழாது, கருணையில் தலை நிமிர்ந்து வாழ்வார்கள். தனது வாரிசு வாழ்க்கை துணையோடு ஆனந்தமாக வாழ்வது ஈன்றோருக்கு வேதனை அளிக்காது, அவர்கள் ஆத்மாவுக்கு நிம்மதி வழங்கும்.
No difference between men and women in Sikhism. Sikhism was among the first major world religions to make the radical suggestion that maybe, just maybe, women are people too. Women in Sikhism have fought battles, led religious services, and even acted as some of the longest reigning leaders of the entire community. Sikhism isn't based on doing things to get into some heaven or hell. Hell is just life on earth, which your soul is constantly reborn into after you die, which is pretty dark. You see, Sikhs believe in reincarnation and karma, similar to Buddhists, Hindus and Jains. But Sikhs believe that karma is modified by God, as in, karma might decide what life you're born into, but God makes sure that anyone can become a good person in their lifetime if they try. The goal of Sikh life is to break free from the cycle of rebirth by merging your soul back into God's soul. One does this by realizing that you are already a part of God. You just need to let go